There's an ice cream truck. Oh.
Hey everyone, it's Haley, and today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review for The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. I can't say her name, I'm sorry. So this book is a love story that is based off of 1001 Nights, or Arabian Nights. So each night, Khalid, who is the boy king of the Kingdom of Khorasan, takes a new bride, only to have her killed in the morning. So suspicions arise when Shahrazad, or Shazi, volunteers for this position. But she is not just suicidal, she has a clever plan to exact revenge on him for the deaths of not only the other countless women, but also her best friend. As Shazi is able to survive the dawn thanks to her quick wit and strong will, she makes it her mission to find out why all these women had to die and to break up that cycle. But she soon finds herself falling in love with the man who used to be her greatest enemy. So I'm switching up the way that I do reviews, and what I'm going to do is I'm first going to go through the writing, second the characters, and third the plot, and then fourth overall, and for each of those things I'm going to give a star rating out of 5. So first off, the writing. I think the writing was my favorite part of this book because it was honestly so beautifully written. Like, it was so well written. Like, the word choice, you could just tell how meticulous she was in choosing which word went where. It is a fairy tale retelling, but it honestly read like it was a fairy tale itself. It was so fluid and just, it was so beautiful. And I think the fact that it reads like it is a fairy tale that has been around for a while made it a very successful retelling. It was almost like she was painting the scene on a canvas because the images were so vivid and the characters just sprung to life off of the pages. I felt like I was in the world of Khorasan, and it was so, like, it was just an incredibly immersive experience reading this book. So the writing obviously gets a 5 out of 5 stars. Next, for the characters, Shazi was an awesome character. She was so just like strong-minded, and she was so smart, and I really liked her steely resolve, and she knew what she wanted and she was going to get it. And even when she started getting confused about her feelings toward Khalid, she still kind of had her main goal in mind and was trying to figure out how she can improve the situation. She was just very self-aware, which was really nice. You didn't really have to see her grow that much because she really knew what she wanted, and she was a very smart girl already. Her confidence was just really refreshing. She was just so bold and brave and completely badass. Khalid was a very intriguing character because he had so much mystery surrounding him. As you find out more of his backstory, it kind of starts to piece together a little bit, but you still don't really get a full picture of him because you never know. He's very unpredictable, and I just felt like he was stuck in a situation that he didn't want to be, and he was really just desperate. There were just so many dimensions to him, and I thought it made for a very intriguing character. The side characters were just as interesting as the main characters. Shazi's father really interested me because I had no idea like how to read him. I feel like there's something fishy about him. I don't know how I feel about him. Tariq was really annoying. I could not stand him. Khalid's cousin was a really enjoyable character. He brought a little bit of comic relief to the story. Shazi's maid was also a very interesting character. I'm not too sure about her. I feel like she has a few levels that haven't really been unearthed yet, but I did kind of feel bad for her in a way, but she added a little bit to the story, which was really nice. I also gave the characters a 5 out of 5 stars. The plot was really cool because there were kind of a few subplots that all kind of interwove to make the whole grand plot. The story had a little bit of everything because of that. It had romantic levels, political levels. There were so many things going on, and I really enjoyed it. It had kind of like stories within the story, which was one of my favorite parts of it, and I just thought it was super cool. The romance, while it is a central part of the plot, isn't the main focus, which was really nice. I felt like that was my main issue with it. I felt like at the beginning it was a little bit Stockholm syndrome-y, and it wasn't too believable that she would fall in love with someone that quickly that she used to completely hate, especially since it's the man who had her best friend murdered. And especially since she is such a strong-minded character, I just didn't think she would flip to the opposite, like from hate to love, so quickly. But that aside, I thought that the romance was very unique because it was very tense and there was kind of such an emotional strain on it that it made for a very interesting connection, because it was undeniably there was a connection between the two characters and neither of them really understood it. So it was kind of interesting to see them both try and figure out their feelings for each other individually but also together. They knew that there was this obvious, undeniable, magnetic attraction between them, and they're both trying to figure out why and what to kind of do in their situation. Watching Shazzy's revenge plot unfold was also very interesting. I liked seeing her try and kind of piece together what was going on in the castle and why these girls had to die. She was very clever and it was really amusingly so. The whole mystery surrounding Khalid and the deaths of these women was very cool because you were trying to piece it together and figure out what was going on, but it was kind of impossible. So I give the plot a 4.5 out of 5 stars just because of the one little thing with the romance. Overall, I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it and I cannot wait for the next one. I thought it was such a successful retelling. It was so just gripping and captivating, and it was honestly such a beautiful book. I think this would be a great book for fans of Throne of Glass or Fallen Kingdoms or Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children even. Or even The Diviners or An Ember in the Ashes. If you liked any of these books, I think you would really, really love this one. So that's going to be all for today's review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have read this book, some of your thoughts, and yeah, I will talk to you guys in another video. Bye!